This is a land of dreams and madness. Children's stories come to life.
Hello there. Welcome to Tales from Peridia. Today we are joined by Optic or Outpost Treasure Chest, however you know him as. How are you doing today, good sir?
Good, brother. How are you?
I'm tired. I just woke up and ate dinner right before we started doing this.
Those overnight jobs are rough, huh?
A little bit, but it gives me time to do whatever I want during the day. So it's all good.
Yeah, I used to work an overnight job too, man. I felt like my whole day was gone and sleep all day, and I had to be back at work already.
Yeah, thankfully I don't have to work tonight, so
Sweet. Days off.
All right. So before we get into our questions that we typically ask, why don't you go ahead and tell everybody like about, I guess, like your name, like what we can find you on, what you typically do on the medias of social.
All right. Well, my channel is Outpost Treasure Chest, and I'm typically on Instagram right now until I film videos. Then I'll promote them on Instagram for YouTube. Both are the same name, Outpost Treasure Chest, and started out with a couple of lightsaber reviews, and really I just kind of review anything Star Wars and more is what my goal is right now.
Heck
That's
yeah, man.
kind of what I do on the socials of media.
Yeah, I'm a little jealous. I was wanting to just kind of save it, but I know you've got a few not saber theory. I always mix up those two companies, but Theory Sabers. I know you
Yeah.
got my boy Roger's Origin Saber, you lucky bastard.
Right there.
Like, oh, I can't. I won't be like you when I grow up that I could just drop $1,000 on a saber.
Man, I mean, if it was that easy, yeah. I mean, it looks like it's that easy because I have it, but I did that. I have PayPal and I use that like 6-month interest-free loan.
Oh, heck yeah. Heck
So
yeah,
I'm
man.
reminded every month of this horrible purchase that I made. Every month I have to pay it off for 6 months to make sure I don't get any interest. And
Yeah.
so while it's a horrible purchase, I don't regret it. It is,
Oh,
I'm
dude.
extremely happy with that purchase.
I regret not buying it.
I think it would
Because
have hurt
that,
if I didn't.
yeah, like it hurts me because I keep seeing resellers sell it for way more than,
People
thousand
are
bucks. Like
reselling
that.
it?
Yeah, bro. At least I've come. It might just be assholes not actually having the Origin Saber, but claiming it's the Origin Saber. Yeah, I'll just be
Wow.
scrolling through eBay and like I've seen people that try to sell just about anything. Like my hometown, people be trying to sell trucks with no axles, no tires, no transmission, no motors for like 12K. It's like, no, bro.
Mm, sounds like Hawaii. I know what I got.
That's exactly what they say around South Carolina, bro. I know what I got. But I guess the first question we typically ask everybody is what got you into Star Wars?
Um, what got me into Star Wars? The thing that comes to mind first is being at my buddy's house, my buddy Vincent, back in maybe fifth, sixth grade. And I think his older brother, one of his older brothers had went to Blockbuster and rented Empire Strikes Back. And I
Good one.
specifically remember watching, um, making sure I got this right. Yeah, I remember watching Empire Strikes Back, and it just was like resonated with me. And then from then on, my buddy and I were just always doing lightsaber battles with like broomsticks and mop sticks, whatever we could. And from then on, man, it was on.
Oh, dude. That's awesome. I think you're the first one that I've talked to that because typically I get the answer, oh, I started with episode 4. I saw episode 1 in theaters. It's I you and Darth Christensen are the most unique because he started with Revenge of the Sith and you watched Empire Strikes Back first. and I have not had those answers since then.
Oh wow, that was my
And
first one on. Yes.
it's funny because those are like my two favorite Star Wars movies ever.
They're amazing.
So who's your favorite character in all of Star Wars?
Anakin. Gotta
Anakin?
be Anakin. Yeah.
Well, now
I
I'm
mean,
gonna
it's
have
it.
to. Oh,
Go ahead.
I was gonna say I'm gonna have to ask a follow-up question on why is Anakin your favorite? Because
Easy.
everybody
Yeah.
always says Anakin or Darth Vader.
Yeah, no, it's and I know like some people it's just like they're huge characters, one and the
Yeah,
same, right? Some people will separate them. Some people say they're one and the same, and for me, they're one and the same. And I think that I resonate with Anakin because I'm of the mind now that they're the same character, and Vader was just a conflicted Anakin who hated himself and pretended to be someone he wasn't. And so growing up, all I knew was Vader. I didn't know, I didn't really understand, when Palpatine is talking to Vader and he's like, uh, the offspring of Anakin Skywalker cannot become a Jedi. And like, I thought that Palpatine was speaking to Vader as, well, who's Anakin? Like, I have no idea who that is. Um, but then as the years went on, Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones, the Clone Wars, uh, show, watching all of that, watching Revenge of the Sith, Rebels, like everything compounded together made me love the character of Anakin so much more that I wasn't a fan um, of the prequels at first until all the extra filler came in with like Clone Wars. And now I can go back and watch episode one, as corny and as much as it is for kids as it is. It makes me like emotional to watch little Anakin at the dinner table, talking to his mom. He's like, "You're always telling me that we should help people out," and I'm like, "Oh my god, bro!" He was so he always from the beginning he's always wanted to help people, and then he just becomes the destroyer, and it's insane. To see him crying in episode 3, and not because maybe not necessarily because he killed younglings and stuff like that, but because he's not the man that he wanted to be, at least according to the
yeah.
book.
Oh man, I'm getting goosebumps just talking about that.
Yeah, I love Anakin, and just like the whole character is tragic, man.
Yeah, like George definitely cooked for a good couple decades with that character arc.
Yeah,
Like
I
he
mean, with a
definitely
lot
had
of
enough
help.
time to think it out.
Hmm. Yeah, wise
Oh,
decision to do 4, 5, and 6.
thankfully the technology just wasn't as advanced.
Yeah.
Oh, could you just imagine though, like like Duel of the Fates with like the old man style like fencing going on like from A New Hope?
Yeah, no, I couldn't imagine.
Bro, what's funny is me and Kyber Forge actually filmed an interview yesterday for
Nice.
Tales, and we were talking about the like Palpatine and like the old school like filming like basically A New Hope, like how they're like stabbing at each other like that.
Right.
It just made me smile and laugh whenever I saw you doing it just now.
Yeah, because that's how they do it, right? And it's like,
Yeah,
was George saying that the his original concept was that they were heavy. Just because they were light didn't mean that they were light.
yeah,
They were supposed to be heavy, so they were always with 2 hands. And then
yeah.
like then when you see Vader handling Luke in Empire Strikes Back, he's one-handed just toying with Luke, and it's so cool to see him just like nail. And it's still one of those slower battles, but
Oh
still really
yeah.
cool to see him own Luke.
Oh, I might just go and watch Empire after recording this. I've tended to do that a lot lately. We'll start talking about a certain movie or a certain topic, and I'll stop recording and I'll watch that movie that we were just talking about.
Yeah, I want to go back and watch them all too. Maybe next weekend.
Oh, so if you've played any, what is your favorite Star Wars game?
My favorite Star Wars games are the Survivor and Fallen Order games these days. I never played Knights of the Old Republic or anything like that. I'm not very good at those big open world games. Um, Always get slaughtered. There was some game I was talking to somebody about it. Can't remember. Um, an old Star Wars game for Super Nintendo a long time ago. Um, uh, it had to do with snow speeders. Like I remember being on Hoth and doing the tow hook and going around the ATATs. And I don't know if it was the same game or another game. I mean, this is the 90s, man. I'm old, so I can't remember that far back. Either it was the same game or a different game, and you're Han Solo or somebody, and you're on Tatooine, and at some point you end up fighting Boba, and he is difficult to fight. So I can't remember if that's Super Nintendo or this Nintendo 64 or something like. It's a long time ago.
Yeah, I know there's the Super Star Wars trilogy, but
Hmm.
I've never played that one, and of course I was born in 2000, so I kind of by the time I was able to play video games and actually understand what was going on, like those are old relics of the past. Those are like old Jedi and Sith holocrons there. But now I
Give
do
you
remember
knowledge.
playing. I do remember playing this one game with my cousin, and everybody I've described this to, they're like, "Bro, you're making this up." But and it's not like Jedi Knight, Jedi Academy, or like any of those games. I specifically remember it was almost like a plug and play. Uh, I could just be misremembering it, but I remember you played as Luke fighting like different bad guys and like fighting the Emperor, and Luke had Force lightning. And I played
Oh,
it so much that I had nightmares of Palpatine's raisin face just like hovering above me.
he's a raisin face. Oh, what was it the oh my God, Force Unleashed 1 and 2 are also one of my top favorite games.
No, dude, I'm finally doing like a playthrough. Like I did the first part of it. Like I uploaded that a couple days ago, but I've never done like a full like playthrough of the game. I
Mm.
always get like stuck and frustrated. I'm like, all right, screw this game. I don't need it.
I feel like the first one is like that because it's more finicky, and they really tune it up in the second one.
Yeah, like I've got two files, one that I'm playing in my spare time and one that I'm playing for YouTube. And like I had just like a month ago, I had just beat where he pulls down the Star Destroyer, and then
Oh yeah.
I got stuck on. I keep getting killed by like stormtroopers, like shooting me in the back. I'm like, bro, I can't with this game, and I haven't played
Can you
it till I
stop?
was.
Can you stop?
Yeah, some of them old games, bro. They there's like I'll be playing it. And I'm like, there's no way. I see why that I was able to get so mad when I was little. Like,
Yeah, no, they're tough. But like, I'll go back and play. What is it? I have Super Nintendo Classic, and then I have an actual NES, and I'll play the older games when I'm bored. And they're hard, man. I'm like,
yeah.
shit. No wonder I was throwing my controller across the room.
I don't have anything like that, but like I've got like the Revenge of the Sith video game on my Xbox,
Oh, nice.
and I remember beating it like so many times when I was a kid. But now I get to Dooku and I'm just stuck. Like I keep losing to Dooku. I can't beat him, and I'm like, bro, there's no way I beat this dude when I'm like 6 years old. But now I'm 24, going on 25, and I can't even get this dude to quit to let me at least put in a block. Like, why? What
Jeez.
is going on?
It was that 6-year-old button mashing powers.
That's the problem. I'm button mashing again, and
Oh,
it's still not helping.
oh no. That's weird.
I guess I'm just not the chosen one like I thought I was.
Which uh which Xbox was that on?
It was the original Xbox.
Okay, yeah. Did you play the Obi-Wan game for original Xbox?
No.
Dude, I played that game. I remember a lot of it takes place on Naboo. That's really all I remember. It was so cool just like being able to use a lightsaber because before I played it, I was like, how are you supposed to control the lightsaber? Just because it was new to me.
Yeah.
And it's just button mashing, really. But still, it was really cool to be able to use a lightsaber on a video game for the first time efficiently. That Obi-Wan game was pretty lit, man.
I'm gonna have to check. I think they're re-releasing it, like with
What?
some sort of 3-pack. I'm gonna look it up
Um,
real quick.
I know I have a mask on, but my jaw just dropped, man. Ah!
Obi-Wan Kenobi video game re. See. I hope it wasn't just an Instagram ad. No, okay. I guess somebody just made it up. Like they'll make up those
A rumor,
vintage
yeah.
collection 3-pack things.
Oh,
Like I've seen a couple where it's like Dark Side Anakin, Dark Side Luke, and then something from like another Dark Side user, and they're like, warning, this packaging is fake. This is not a real product. I'm like,
hmm.
why? Why is it not a real product? Like, do you know how
Why
much
you do
money
this
you
to us?
would make?
I don't know. Maybe it's the amount of money they gotta spend to make it. Because
Yeah.
was it? Uh, was it you? You sent me something the other day, and I was like, "Why don't they remake this?" Oh, it was the
Oh,
game you were.
Battlefront 3.
Yeah,
Uh
that one.
yeah, that leak.
Those
They're
things are
allergic
so
to
cool.
money, bro.
I guess so. That those Vader cuts were pretty awesome.
I'm interested to see who the heck that guy and the dude without the clone trooper mask. That's
Oh yeah, the general or
what's the
whatever,
deal with this guy?
and he's got a rank on his chest. Like that's cool.
Yeah, like all right, bro, you're not a clone, obviously. Like that, what?
Yeah, that was cool to see those cuts with clone troopers and Vader. Like it was still the beginning of the Empire
Yeah,
developing, so they
man.
were still clones, and then they still had their armor painted.
See, I saw a thing the other day. Um, I say the other day, it was months ago. I always do that
That was the other day.
shit. But I saw a thing where it was for the Force Unleashed and how the stormtroopers was like a combination, or it was like it was like an unofficial like phase 3
Oh,
concept, like what you see like in the beginning when the stormtroopers like show up when Galen gets the saber from Vader before Vader like slaughters everybody. Like apparently those masks are supposed to be like a unofficial phase 3 clone trooper helmet.
oh,
And ever since I saw that, I'm like, dude, that's so sick.
yeah, that would be amazing. Instead, we got what is it? Uh, in the Bad Batch, when you see when they start recruiting conscripted
Oh,
soldiers,
freaking like
and
TKs or whatever.
yeah, and then they got the weird stormtrooper helmets before the iconic stormtrooper helmet. It's like, man, that
Yeah.
looks like that trainer helmet that Ezra wears.
Oh man. At least in that we got confirmation that it was just the helmets that were holding a lot of people back because Rex couldn't even make a shot in the stormtrooper
That was a good call. That was a good call by Dave Filoni or whoever directed that to have Rex be like, I can't even see in these things. How do they shoot? Like,
And then he
that
just
explains
knocks
it.
out like 3 stormtroopers with one throw of the helmet.
Yeah. But then you have, Obi-Wan in A New Hope is like, shots are precise. Only Imperial stormtroopers can do. It's like, well, maybe they were like trooper commandos or something like that with better vision or something.
Nah, bro, I know exactly what they did. Hold on.
Uh-oh. Oh, nice
All
shirt.
right. So
I have to look at my screen to
get
see.
this back in my ear so I can at least hear you. That's probably not gonna work. That's not gonna work. So
Lift the helmet every time you gotta take a shot. Oh, we're having some technical difficulties. Oh, still can't hear you. Still can't hear you. Maybe it's me. No, there's no way. Let me check. Huh. Did it maybe unplug for you? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back. Oh, okay, you can hear me. What's going on with my mic? I don't know, man. You shot it with your with your invisible stormtrooper gun.
Hello there.
Hey, there he is.
Jesus Murphy. All right. I don't know what the fuck that was about, but I'm probably gonna keep it in too. That was ridiculous, bro. Like I'm sitting here, I'm testing the mic and I'm saying hello, hello, and it's showing me on the screen that it's working,
Oh,
but you
it's
can't
registering?
hear me. Yeah, it was showing me it's registering, but you can't hear me. I'm like, bro, what is going on?
Telling you, it was your imaginary scout trooper gun.
Either that or it's Kathleen Kennedy for the amount of Star Wars news that I've been covering lately.
Hmm.
And not in a good light either.
Hopefully she's on her way out.
Yeah. I forgot what it was that I was covering, but oh, it was James Mangold's comments about not wanting to be
Oh, yeah, yeah.
handcuffed to lore and stuff like that.
Right.
And I'm doing it live. Like I'm trying to like pull up the article, but like it wouldn't pull up on my computer. Then all of a sudden my phone starts playing weird freaking noises throughout the entire live stream. My live stream gets laggy. My audio cuts in and out. My freaking webcam freezes. I'm like, bro, Kathleen, just leave me alone. Like,
Your
let me
resident
cover
Disney
this.
agent.
We need to.
Is your resident Disney agent listening on you?
This is probably why I'll never get an invite like some of these other influencers to like a red carpet premiere or something like that.
Who needs it?
Oh, so now that we're back from the technical difficulties, if you've read any or listened to any, what is your favorite Star Wars book?
I've not read any or listened to any. Yeah, I know. I hear you guys talk about the Bane
What?
series, and
Bro, do you have Spotify?
I do. I think it was you that said that they're on, or yeah, you or Kyberforge said they're on
Kyberforge.
Spotify.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, hold
Kyberforge
on.
told me that yesterday.
Let's see. Facial recognition on Spotify. What would I search for?
I would just type in like the hold on, let me pull up a title here. Because you can't necessarily just type in the Bane trilogy. um I guess type in like Star Wars, the Old Republic, Revan. Or maybe you can even just type in Star Wars books and maybe it'll pop up.
Star Wars books. Darth Plagueis, Thrawn, Light of the Jedi, Star Wars Revan.
The Revan book is a good one.
Okay, yeah. Okay, it doesn't seem like it'd be too hard to find. I typed Darth Bane earlier and it came up with a playlist, so I think I could probably go that route too. Yeah, no, that's that. Plagueis, those are ones that I want to get into. I did want to read um the books for each movie, if there are, because I know that episode 3, a few are out there, but because you kind of get to see. Yeah, I saw you show that one the other day. Yeah, I just want to see like the extra stuff that we missed in the movie. There's these
This is another good one. It kind of gives like a in-depth, like little. It gives like kind of like little bits and pieces throughout like the trilogy, the OT, the prequels,
okay.
and it touches a little bit on the sequels. I'm still in the original trilogy because like it goes into like how Leia deals with trauma, like what witnessing Alderaan get blown up, and how Luke handles seeing Luke and Owen's burnt bodies, and how it compares to like how Anakin dealt with seeing his mom die and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Then of
Yeah,
course I got the
that's the stuff I want to hear. That's the stuff I want to see. So I'm
yeah.
interested in that. Have you it was before, I guess they used to do audio books a long time ago. Like stuff like that is not new. So it's not really a book, but maybe a retelling. So there's these old audio books, I guess you would say they are, of the original trilogy that I have saved in my YouTube playlist, and they're from like way back in the day. And I
Dude, I
think
think I know what you're talking about because
they're like
I've
3
got
hours
a
long.
yes, dude. I got one it's like a radio drama of A New Hope in my
Yes,
watch
that
later.
exactly.
And
I've
it's
listened to
actually
all
like
3.
oh, bro.
They're so good, bro. And like
I
it's
only
just weird because you don't get like Harrison Ford as Han, but you have Mark Hamill, you have Anthony Daniels because he does his
yeah.
voice in everything. Um and then you have like background noises and like music, and it's so cool. It's immersive, and like I was working on a project and just listening to it in the background, I was like, dude, these are gold. Like I've never heard of these. I wish I could get them on like a CD or something, like something tangible, physical that I can have for myself to listen to
Shoot,
instead
just
of just having to go to YouTube.
I don't know if any of your technology still has a disk slot, but just download the file and burn it onto a
And burn
CD
it.
or put it put it onto a cassette tape.
Yeah, I'd probably make a few CDs just in case. I don't think I would trust cassette tape anymore.
Shoot, man, just go for vinyl, freaking 8 tracks.
No. But no,
Starting to
those
show my
dramas,
musical age here.
yeah, those radio dramas are amazing.
Dude, the audio books, like when you listen to the audio books of some of like the newer stuff, like you're gonna be like, this is like the audio drama. They got the music coming up, they got the sound effects, saber hums,
Yeah.
everything, and it's way better than just sitting here and just because I can't lie, I can only stand like 20 minutes of just this. Maybe if I throw on like a playlist of Star Wars music, maybe I'll be able to just like sit through and read a book.
Well, my favorite part of the A New Hope, well, it's labeled Star Wars, the Star Wars. My favorite part of the Star Wars is that they incorporate the deleted scene with Biggs Darklighter when he goes to visit Luke before everything kicks off. I think they
That's
even include the
awesome.
bar scene where Luke goes to the bar. He's like, "Hey, I saw a battle in the sky," and they're like, "Whatever, man." And what did
Bro,
they included? Didn't they include that couple from the deleted scene in one of the new movies? I can't remember. They were around somewhere. You'd have to watch
what
the deleted scene. It's like a couple that's inside the bar that Luke goes to go talk
Oh,
about the battle in the sky.
yeah. I don't think I've heard of that one and I've seen like clips, but I don't think I've actually sat down and watched like the deleted scenes. Like I have like the deleted fights between Anakin and Dooku and
Mm.
stuff like that.
Where's my? I think I have some here. Can't remember which ones. I
Are
have
some of those
a.
sealed?
I think so. This one is sealed. This
Bro,
one's
that's
sealed.
awesome.
But I have I somebody bought some off of eBay for me. They're not present on this shelf, but it's the original trilogy and they're the remastered versions. However, each movie contains the original cut with zero edits that you would have seen in the theater. Is it? What's that?
No, I got the despecialized trilogy.
Oh,
It's
nice.
it's the original trilogy upscaled and but it's like 1977. Like there's no CGI shots.
Yep.
There's no Tamora Morrison. There's no Hayden
Hmm.
Christensen,
Yep.
which I'm fine with either one because I grew up watching Sebastian Shaw as Anakin for
Yeah.
like 6 years before Hayden Christensen became Force Ghost Anakin.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, watching those is not gonna lie, it's kind of hard to watch those, man. I was like, oh man, like I've been so spoiled by the CG and stuff like that. I go back and watch the original 1977 version. I'm like, what the heck, man? Like this is difficult to watch.
Bro, I'm the opposite. Like I'll be sitting here watching like episode 1, 2, 3. Then I'll get to my 2004 box set, which has, the special editions, but and I love them to death. It's the same set that my grandpa gave me and that he had while I
Nice.
was growing up. But ever since I watched like the original Star Wars, I can't watch that anymore. Like I have to throw in the despecialized edition.
Oh wow.
But 5 and 6, I'm fine with seeing Palpatine as the Emperor or Ian
Mm,
McDermott as the Emperor, and
not the monkey.
yeah, that I could do without. I enjoy seeing the Wampa attack.
Yeah.
I enjoy Tamora Morrison. The only thing I don't like is from like 2006 on, and luckily my DVD doesn't have it. But I can't stand Vader screaming "No" in Return of the Jedi. Like
Yeah.
it just ruins the moment for me.
Yeah. I tripped out when I heard that. I was like, what? I don't
Yeah.
remember that.
Bro, there's actually a post on my Instagram of me. I was going to get clips for a video that I was doing, and I was on YouTube and I heard Vader screaming "No," and I was like, when did they add this? When did this happen? And I did some
No.
research, and it was like 2005, 2006. I'm like, that's stupid. Just because Vader screamed "No" in Revenge of the Sith doesn't mean he has to scream "No" in Episode 6.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they could have shortened it. I mean, it sounds almost identical.
Well, I mean, to me, it just ruins it because with the silence, it reminds me of like when Anakin and Padme are both looking out the windows across Coruscant, and it's just the music swelling, and Anakin's got that single tear forming in his eye. If he would have
Mhm.
been like "No" and then ran out, I would have been like, "Bro, you ruined it. You fucking ruined it. Like
Totally
what?"
take you out of the moment, man. I'd be like, all right, I gotta go.
Yeah.
No. He runs away like Napoleon Dynamite.
Oh my god.
God, idiots.
Oh, that's a good movie, man. I haven't seen that movie in forever. I think I know what movie I'm watching tonight. Oh, so I see you got yourself a nice little fancy collection going on back there.
Hmm?
So, what got you into into collecting? I almost said collections.
Um, hmm. I don't know if there's anything particular that got me into collecting. I just like if I could let me one thought at a time. Optic. If I could say anything, if I could say, if anything got me into collecting, it would be recently that I started actually collecting things. Like I would buy things here and there just because I liked them. Um, I would say the lightsabers is what started me. And I know they'd been around for a long time. Um, and they were just way too expensive when they first started coming out. And there's like no way that I could afford them, with my job being lower level at the time, just not making enough money. um, I've been working for going on 18 years. Like I'm up there, I make a little bit, so I can afford to buy some things and take out loans to buy $1,000 Roger Christian lightsaber. But yeah, no, I'm definitely blessed, man. It's not well, I would say it's not luck or anything like that. It's not being rich. It's just um working, I work for this stuff. I don't just get it. Um
Yeah.
and so like the lightsabers are uh, I told you, man, I used to play lightsaber fights with my buddy with broomsticks and mop sticks and bruised knuckles, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, man.
and now I
Kids
got
got it too good nowadays.
now I got Anakin Skywalker's freaking lightsaber, man.
Yeah, man. We
Like
got the Tusken Slayers. We got Luke.
I'm
Freaking.
just I'm in awe when I see these things, and it's just like a child. Um,
Is that just the normal Youngling Slayer? Or is that the Fallen Knight one?
no, this is the regular Annie 3 from Three Sabers.
Nice.
Yeah, so this is episode 3, Anakin. The Tusken Slayer is right here, and she's all messed up. I need to do that video to take it apart and fix these T-strips here.
Yeah, man. It's supposed to look like this. What are you doing?
Well, I was trying to take it apart when I got it. I was like, well, it's an RGB, it's a little budget. So let me just see what this is all about. And there's some hidden screws behind this clamp that you have to
Really?
like slide it up and then access them. But here I was like, there's nothing holding this together. So I'm like trying to pull it apart and twist it. While I'm twisting it, I'm twisting the T-strips off, not even knowing. And then all of a sudden they're like loose. Like, see, this one it's coming off. I don't know if you can see with my this one's coming off too. So
Wait, so
yeah,
yours
there's
doesn't just unscrew like this?
no, it does, but I was trying to take it
Oh,
completely apart,
oh, okay. I see what you mean. I
right?
see what
So
you
like
mean.
I took off the control box and I accessed everything inside there. Um, yeah, I removed everything. I took this thing apart. So I got to redo that so I can make a video on what's all inside here while putting it back together and fixing those T-strips.
Yeah, see, I did that one time with my Youngling Slayer, and because I got it from Saber Theory before
Huh.
Theory actually launched his website, and I can't lie, they had the best deal. I got it for like 250 instead of like 500 or whatever it is now.
That's
But
a pretty good deal.
I took I don't know how Theories is, but the control box, like the little metal piece right here, it slides in and out. So I'm like just taking it apart, just seeing like how it all works. Well, I bent it, I stripped a couple screws, and I was like, bro, I'm not gonna be able to get my Anakin saber back together. But luckily, I found a bunch of different old like tech deck screws, and they fit perfectly. So it's all holding it together.
Dude, that's dope. That's actually genius. You know what has tiny screws? Glasses. Oh, wait, I don't wear those, but my skateboard does.
Well, I wear glasses, but unfortunately, I need the screws in those.
That's true. Do I want to
But
see or do I want to play with my lightsaber?
yeah, bro, I sacrificed one of my like $2 old tech decks. I took the old screws out, and I was like, all right.
Yeah, those things are micro. Well, not that is on your what? Your Anakin or your Tusken Slayer?
Yeah, that was my Anakin. It's something on the inside because
Oh, okay.
yeah, this one. Got like you take this out, like the actual control box, and it's got a couple hidden screws that you can actually slide the chassis out of.
I see.
But the chassis is like really fucking thin brass, so you strip anything like 2 seconds into
Easily.
doing it.
Yeah, so collecting is more recent. Buying stuff in general has been, I would say, probably for the last, well, since I started working, so like 17, 18 years ago. Just buy random stuff here and there. Some stuff I've gotten rid of, some stuff I've kept. I think collecting now is cards is the other thing. Thanks, battle packs and Gazer.
See, I always blame Star Wars Sith and battle packs. I don't ever blame Gazer.
He sent me the link for Drip to go watch
Oh, the
battle packs.
Gazer. You
Yeah,
don't
so I
ever
was like,
bring them in
cool.
like that.
So I went to go check it out, and I started buying cards, man. So I got a ton here and then I bought some on my own that I will live unbox as well here.
Yeah, I'm paying it. I'm trying to grab them. Cards are a dangerous game, bro. Like these all need to go in my binder. These are all the ones that I'm keeping from all the ones that I bought.
I need new binders. Let me see. I bought this fancy card case, which I probably shouldn't have because I have more cards that can fit in here. Only 200 can fit. And so, like, I've got some, I think up on this one, I've got like Star Wars Unlimited game cards. And then my first and second batch of cards from battle packs that I've won or purchased. So I'm not, I don't think either one of us is near Sith 66.
No.
That man is he's on Whatnot right now.
Yeah, bro. I was watching him while I was eating. He's a little liar. I used his link and I didn't get no $15 freaking sign up bonus.
Oh no, I did.
Oh, you lucky. Yeah.
But luckily we started this video before I could buy anything. So you saved me there.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if you've seen the last few of Gazer streams or replays or whatever, but anytime Battle Pack shows up and like say I'm like me and him are like in the studio like we are now, I'll freaking get up or I'll be like, all right, I gotta hide my wallet, stay away.
You're like, here, just take my wallet.
The other day I got him. He was doing one of his rip and ship lives on YouTube. And I commented on it. I was like, I would say stay away from my wallet, but I'm broke as shit right now, Steven, so suck it.
Oh yeah. He's like, I didn't know what to say.
Yeah, he's like, I don't know what to say to that, man. So you win this round.
Yeah, that was a good one. I was like, who said that?
Yeah. That's why you always gotta be lurking around the YouTube lives, bro. You can't let them know where it came from.
You're like Tony, man. Surprised he hasn't popped up in here.
Yeah, well, it's not live. And
I don't think
he has access. I don't think he has access to my StreamYards, at least, unless Gazer gave him the info.
Wouldn't put it past him. He pops up in the chat.
Bro, if you were to pop up in the private chat right now. Oh, so if you've been to any, what's your favorite convention you've ever been to?
Favorite convention? I haven't been to many. Let's see. Have I been to any?
It don't necessarily have to be a Star Wars convention. It could be any convention that you just had the time of your life at, to be honest with you.
Well, the only one that comes to mind is 2008 San Diego Comic-Con.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, I was working on the East Coast and ended up buying some tickets and flying out to San Diego and making it to the con. And I didn't get any panel. I didn't know anything about Comic-Con. I was like brand new, away from home. Didn't know anything about comics or anything like that, or the con. someone was like, "Hey man, this is like the biggest like nerd convention ever. We should go." And I was like, "Cool, okay." So we bought tickets. We flew out there, and it was a blast, man. Just walking around San Diego, walking the floors, and taking pictures with a bunch of Star Wars stuff. I have a really cool picture of me laying with Jabba the Hutt. It's like a life-size Jabba the Hutt,
Dude.
humongous, and I'm just like laying down like Leia on him. If I could find
Bro.
that picture, I will share it with you guys.
Oh my god, dude. That's awesome.
Um, and then let's see. I remember I didn't know it at the time because I didn't know Clone Wars was out, the show, but there was some cool like Clone Wars art. I was like, that's cool. Didn't realize it was Clone Wars till way later.
Dang, dude.
Um,
Could have had
so
one of the
yeah, I
first
would say San
pieces of
Diego
Clone
Comic Con.
Wars art.
Yeah. And then like some horror convention that I went to in Maryland one time was kind of cool, but had nothing to do
Oh
with
shit.
nerd stuff. I got to meet Tom Savini. You know who that is?
No.
He have you ever seen Dust Till Dawn?
No.
Oh
I
man.
might
Well,
have. I don't remember, to be honest with you. I
he's
watch
a
movies left and right.
he's like a revered horror makeup artist.
Oh
So I
shoot.
got to meet that guy. Is really cool.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome, dude. Freaking I've only been to one convention, and that was because I was in one of Tony's streams one night, and somebody asked him, "Hey, what's the next convention you're going to?" And he said, "Oh, I'm going to Ocala Comic Con." Oh, he was talking about Tampa Bay because I wanted to go to Tampa Bay Comic Con to go meet Hayden Christensen, but
Mm.
I was waiting for me to get paid, and of course, the day I get paid was the day they sold out of tickets for Hayden. I was like,
Oh.
bro, whatever. All right, I'll skip it. I'll go to the next convention. So Tony was asked that, and he's like, "Oh, I'm going to Ocala Comic Con. It's here in Florida. It's like 2 hours away from where I'm at, or something like that." And somebody was like, "Well, who's going to Ocala Comic Con?" He said, "Ivana Sakno, the girl who played Shin Hati." And I was like, "Oh, bro, you
Yeah.
already know. You already know. I had to. I had to." And of
Do my
course, we
impression
got.
of Daisy here.
Bro,
Yeah, so
she
I
is
see her,
such a sweetheart.
see Padme, and just like I'm like Daisy with Anakin. Like
And I'm very excited because where's that? The next Ocala Comic Con this year, they're having Katie Sackhoff come.
dude,
So, whoa,
she
almost
seems like a
losing the
really
mic.
cool person too.
Yeah, me and Gazer were actually going to go to Planet City Comic Con in Kansas City because we thought that they were going to announce like a bunch of Star Wars people, which they have not. They've literally only announced Katie. So now I
Hmm,
don't have to go all the way out there just to meet her.
nice.
And don't get me wrong, they got a bunch of cool people out there. Like they got someone from the Backstreet Boys. They've got the voice of Barney. I mean, that'd be cool for like a 6-year-old me to freaking see. They've got Matthew Lillard returning, which that's I love Matthew Lillard. I mean, but just a lot of the people there, they would hype him up, and me and Gazer would get on a stream, and we're like, "All right, let's see who this reveal is." And we're like, "I've never heard of this person."
I would love to meet Matt Lanter
Dude,
because
he is
he
actually
solidified Anakin for me. I after all the hate and stuff like that. Because I didn't hate on Hayden, but I was just like, why is he like this? But then I would go back and I'd watch A New Hope and I'd be like, oh, because you know he's the father of this whiny person. So like I get it. But Matt Lanter
only
just
going to the Tasha
solidified and
station to get some power converters.
exactly. And so and that's okay. And the fact that he was such a strong, bold, brave, courageous character, Matt Lanter, like put all of that. Like I said, those Clone Wars shows really brought everything together for me. Like, yeah, I would love to like meet Matt Lanter. Even if I didn't get a signature or a picture, I would just like to shake his hand and say thank you. Just
Yeah.
the same that I would want to do with Hayden. I would just be like, thank you. Like,
Yeah,
That's
there's
it. Just thank
actually
you.
Collective Con in Florida in March. They're going to be having D. Bradley Baker, James Arnold Taylor, Ashley Eckstein, and Matt Lanter showing up. I'm like, I need to get tickets, man. I need to quit messing around, and I need to just get them.
That's what I was telling my wife. I was like, you know how cool it would be to meet all four of these people? They're like the four. Well, you know, the 4,000 if you want to count D. Bradley Baker's all the clones. But like they're the major players, and oh man, to meet those four people would be so it was such a dream, man.
Bro, what sucks is if I met D. Bradley Baker, I might have to get like 4 or 5 autos because I love fives, I love Rex, I love
Yeah.
Wrecker, I love the whole Bad Batch.
Yeah, man. Can you sign all these for me? Yes, sir.
And I can't even lie, man. If I did go to meet him, I'm not gonna have him like say like some generic line. Like I'm gonna do a deep cut line that to have D. Bradley Baker do for me, where where it's Rex doing that stupid plan where he's got the battle droid head, and they open up the door and he's like Roger, Roger.
Roger. Oh, that's like season 1 or like with season
Yeah,
2 or something
bro.
like that.
It's like season. I think it's from Rookies. I think it's like
Yeah.
season 1, episode 5.
Yeah, I
I
remember
remember hating that episode. I was like, bro, I watched this like 4 times and I keep falling asleep. I don't like this episode.
that.
Then I just remember Rex doing Roger, Roger, and it stuck with me. And I was like, what episode is this from? So I restarted Clone Wars and it happened. I was like, there's no way it's from this episode that I hated. And now I love this episode because it's actually really good.
It is. There's so
Oh,
much gold in that show.
there really is. I mean, have you seen like the original Clone Wars cartoon? Like the one where it's like
Mhm.
2 to 3 minute shorts?
Yep.
Bro, that all both versions. You just kind of I love where it ends up. And I just wish they kept 2D1 more canon than what they did.
Yeah, I think what sticks out to me the most about that one is Mace's strength and how he like
Yes.
destroys that whole clone army, like that whole clone battalion by himself. He's just like running through them all, and then just like, and they're just like everywhere. It's like, oh my god, what's going on? It's like they only got 3 minutes to film to do this show, and it's like they packed everything into 30 seconds of Mace just destroying everybody.
Bro, I gotta say, like, of all the things that came from the 2D Clone Wars series, easily the best one, your best 2 scenes, in my opinion, have got to be like when Anakin blows up his mechanical hand, and he still freaking force crushes that one dude and like frees all the. I don't know what they were called. I call them slaves, to be honest with you, because it's kind of what that's kind of what they were, like those weird blue beast things where like all the fathers got taken away from the children and
Oh
the
yeah, yeah.
mothers and all that.
Uh-huh.
And then of course the like best scene ever is General Grievous running on the elevator. That one clone trooper's just like, got him. No fucks given, just shoots a rocket launcher out of the elevator.
Yeah, that show went hard, man.
Oh, so last few ones before we wrap this up here. What is your favorite collection piece that you've gotten?
Um, Let me take a look over here. I know you figure I'd go straight for the Roger Christian, right?
No, to be honest with you, I figured that there was something like another deep cut lore type deal that you've got hiding back there.
I would say one of, yeah, one of. I have 2 of these, I think. Is this the DVDs? Uh, yeah, these are the DVDs. I have the VHS set of this, the black and the like the original, not the gold one, the black
Oh
one
snap!
that a buddy of mine gave to me a long time ago. Maybe 2003, 2004, he gave them to me. And like not even knowing, I was just like, he's just like, yeah, man, they're just here. You want them? I was like, sure, yeah, I'll take them. And he had all these books too, but I hate reading, so I didn't take them. But yeah, I would say it's put away somewhere safe. So I would say the original trilogy VHS collection that a buddy of mine gave to me that I'm still friends with today. So
Bro,
really appreciate
that's
him.
that's awesome.
But yeah, other than that, my favorite would probably be all the lightsabers, honestly. Like all of them.
Dude.
I have this one thing. I don't know if it's my favorite yet. I can show it to you. I don't even know how I'm gonna do a review on this, if at all. Oh, I'm gonna drop everything over here. Can you see that?
Bro.
Can you see how old this box is?
Yes.
So when I was in Japan, my wife got this for me from, see if the store name is on here. So dark. Well, I can't tell you the name of the store. It's in Japanese, but this cost 1,650 yen. This is about $15, right? And this
Yeah.
is from 1983. This
You
is an
know,
original model from
you know
1983.
what's funny? It's not from 1983, but it's from 1996. This has been floating around my Facebook for the last few days. It's 1996 Jabba's throne room model set,
Uh-huh.
and I need to quit messing around. It's only $20.
I get it.
So it's, yeah, like I need to quit messing around.
Send me the link.
Oh, well, I don't think it's gonna do you any good. He likes local pickups, and he's like 20 minutes away from where I'm at.
Oh, okay.
No, unless you got like a Taylor Swift private plane, then maybe you can get it.
Well, I don't.
Oh
So you said
man,
96?
yeah,
I have another thing that she bought me from 1996, and it was that was during the re-release of the trilogy, um, before before they released came out with episode 1, right? So
yeah,
they did a huge re-release of the trilogy in like 96 or something like that. They started making all this money from all the toys again, and she also got me a Lando Calrissian figures, like 12-inch figure with like the clothes and the cape. And like it's,
yeah.
I'm not sure where that's at. I don't want to dig for it right now. But that's another
You're
thing. Like,
good,
how do I
man.
review these things? Like, I don't want to open up that model from 1983. Like, it's as old as me.
See, unfortunately, I'm the type of person that would be ripping that, well, not ripping the box open. Let's clarify that. I'm
The
gonna be
technical term ripping.
yeah, I'm taking my X-Acto knife and I'm being precise and getting as clean as I can, and I'm taking it out and I'm playing with it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I haven't
Like I
looked up
can't
what.
even lie, bro. Like I got these aren't my originals, but I've got like the Obi-Wan and Anakin from Revenge of the Sith, like with the
Mhm.
packagings and all that. And I'll be sitting here watching the movies and I'll just be having them fight, man. I still play with my toys, like
Have you looked up to see how much that Jabba's thing is worth?
this one's probably not going to be worth much because it looks like it's water damage from the box.
Mhm. I haven't looked up the worth of this X-wing model.
Like just it either looks water damaged or I don't know how well it's going to show up, but it looks
Mm,
water damaged or like they just like crushed the box.
I see.
But I do have this one that I kind of hold over Ricky's head. It's a sealed Toys R Us exclusive Emperor Palpatine holographic Revenge of the Sith figure.
That's nice.
And anytime we're trying to get him to hop on stream, And he's like not answering. I'm like, Ricky, you got like 5 seconds, or otherwise I'm gonna open this sucker up. And like next thing you know, here's Pop the Bounty Collector.
Don't do it.
He's trying to get me to wait to see if Toys R Us like fully comes back before I decide to open it or not.
Yeah, they're here 1 year, they're gone the next, they're here again. It's like, I thought you guys closed like 10 years ago.
Oh, so what is your favorite Star Wars movie and show?
Favorite movie is episode 3. My favorite show. I would have to say Clone Wars. Clone Wars is my favorite show. I mean, I missed out on it. I'm actually, it's kind of a good thing. I missed out on it for so long because, again, I was not a fan of the prequels, and I was like, those clone helmets are dumb. That's not how stormtroopers look, and like I was ignorant, man. But
Were you one of those cartoons are for kids?
yeah,
That's
uh,
how
I
I was, bro. And I was 8 years old when the Clone Wars first came out.
Optic is wrong. I was dumb at the time. I can fully admit that. One day, maybe it was like 2017 or 16, one of those, I was like, let me just watch, let me just give it a chance. And man, I immediately fell in love. And I was like so upset and so happy at the same time that I had missed Clone Wars all these years because I got to see it all at once and I didn't have to wait every week to see it. It was like just show after show after show. And I was just like taking it all in. And I was like, I love these clones. Like they're amazing. So yeah, no, Clone Wars is definitely my show.
Yeah, I remember growing up and all my friends, bro, we were all like huge Star Wars fanatics. I mean, some of them didn't like the prequels or anything like that, but they loved the Clone Wars cartoon. Like even the 2D and the 3D one. And I was always like, I like the original Clone Wars. That's cool, that's fun. But I can't. I tried watching. I think it was the movie when it first came out in theaters, and I was like, I don't like this. This is dumb. Like I
Oh
remember
yeah,
me and my
before the
buddy
show.
to go see it, and I was like, this isn't Anakin. Anakin doesn't wear a dress. What the fuck is this? Yeah, I was like,
But he
Anakin does not
does.
have a Padawan. Like, get out of here. And
Yeah.
now I'm like George Lucas. Like when Dave first brought it up to him, like Anakin has a Padawan. Get over it. But I kept scrolling through Instagram, and it was around the time that Ahsoka was like the trailers for Ahsoka were really starting to like drop heavily. And I
Mm.
was like, this looks good, but I feel like I'm not gonna know exactly what's going on. So I'm scrolling through Instagram and I keep seeing clips of from the Clone Wars, and then what it really did it for me was it was a clip of Jedi Knight from Rebels when Kanan throws Hera and like saves them all from that giant gas explosion. I was like, I have to watch this.
Yeah.
This came from Disney and it's good. How?
Yeah.
How?
Every time I see that scene, I get teary-eyed, man. It is such a moving scene.
Yeah, bro. And then I watched Clone Wars and Rebels leading up to Ahsoka. I watched Ahsoka. That blew my mind. Then I went back and watched Mandalorian because I didn't like Mandalorian when it first dropped. I'm not a week to week watcher. I
Mm.
absolutely hate that shit. I'd rather you just drop like 46 1 hour episodes on me and I'll promise you I'll have them finished by tomorrow. Like but dang, I kind of forgot what I was where my train of thought was going. I'll watch it in editing and be like, God dang it, Kendrick, how could you not stay on track? But it blew my mind with like going back and watching Mando because I had no idea that Ahsoka first showed up in Mando season 2. I was like, hold up,
Mm.
what? That happened? And then you can ask Darth Christensen, bro. I'm pretty sure I had the same reaction that everybody had when that single X-Wing comes out in the end of season 2 and you see Luke Skywalker show up and bro, it was just amazing.
Yeah, I watched that scene the other day, and like it's since that day that it came out, I lost my shit. I cried like ugly cried. And since then, like I watched it a few times and it's been fine. But like recently I was just sitting on the couch and like it came up on like TikTok or Instagram and it was just that scene where he's like just slashing away at the dark troopers and it just kind of took me back to the premiere date and I was just like, fuck, dude, I can't. Like I just remember I I I truly didn't know if it was him and I didn't want to get overexcited that it was him because we have never seen Luke like that. Like I said, I started watching in '96, and I saw Luke with lose his battle to Vader in Empire, and then I saw him you know get a little more aggressive in Return of the Jedi, and he's like a self-proclaimed master, but we never got to see his full potential. And
Yeah.
then we got to see him in the sequels where he's uh, basically destroyed, as a person and just not who he was. And we never got to see an in between for him. And
Yeah.
so to see him in Mandalorian just wrecking things and like I saw the gloved hand, right? Just like everyone else, are like, I know people who are like, that's Luke from the moment they saw the gloved hand, but they didn't see the right or the left.
Yeah.
So how do you know for sure if it's him? Maybe he's got both gloves on. And so that was in my head. I was like, is it Luke? And my wife's like, shh. And I'm like, it's gotta be. No, it's not him. It's not. No way. And he's just like holding the saber to his side and walking and then still destroying and force pushing and pulling and stabbing and slashing. And that Anakin block where he like blocks the
Yes,
bolt and gets in the
dude.
elevator and then like he destroys everything in the hallway and like my heart is just like I can feel it right now. I'm just like being heavy and my heart's going. I'm like, I don't know who this is. And when
Yeah, man. I was
okay.
sending videos to Darth Christensen. I was like, "There's no way. They're sending one. Hold up, it's
Sorry.
one X. You're good, man."
He takes off his hoodie, man, and it's just like the CG, the CG, the deepfake was so bad, but that didn't even matter to me.
Yeah, it was great, dude. Like, I
It's
I
amazing.
was I was crying sending Darth Christensen videos. I was like, "Bro, there's no way they just a single X-wing. Hold up, I know that X-wing. Who else just shows up in a singular X-wing? It's got to be Luke." And the second I saw the green saber ignite, I was like, "Bro, what? Why did nobody tell me that Luke showed up?" And they're like, "Because we didn't want to spoil it for you, man." I'm like,
Yeah,
"You guys are fucking assholes. Like, I would have loved to know this spoiler."
yeah. It was Carson Teva, just single X-wing, yeah.
Because
All
freaking
from Kim's Convenience.
where's that? I got the card here.
A Carson Teva?
No, I don't have a card of Carson Teva.
I do. I love him. He's a
Actually,
huge
I
Star
might
Wars fan.
somewhere. Where is it
I can't even see anymore under here.
at? Bro, what? Okay, so I clearly took it out, but I don't know what it. Brother, Henry, what is wrong with you, bro? Don't tell me you lost your favorite card. I think I did. I don't know where it's at. Oh, and that's gonna make me mad. But I don't have time to search for it. But I've got I know it's here somewhere, but I have the card of Luke and R2 and Grogu. And when I opened that up on stream, bro, I was getting goosebumps. I was getting teary eyed, all that good shit with it.
Took you back.
Oh.
Yeah, dude. That just ran me through a whole wave of emotions right there. Like, Carson Teva. Yeah, in the Chrome 2024, the Ahsoka boxes, I've got the CGI Luke, so I'm happy with that.
Oh, all
I
right.
can't see under here.
You need to turn your camera off and fix yourself, bud. You're good.
No, I'm good.
So, last bit before we wrap this up and get out of here. Any tips or words of wisdom for the people watching at home?
That is a loaded question. I was not prepared for that. Tips or words of wisdom in general. I guess lately, if you're kind of getting into this kind of thing, on YouTube with Star Wars and stuff like that, and you haven't started, like everyone says, it's cliche. Just get started. Um, for me right now, I'm in a kind of stay private kind of mode. Hence the mask. It's not for a gimmick. It's just like some privacy. Not that I'm
Hey,
famous or
man.
anything. I've got 34 subscribers.
And nobody here is judging you for that. I mean, look at Stupendous Wave. Dude has millions of followers and nobody knows
Exactly.
what he looks like.
And that's kind of what I've noticed too, is like not a single person, with you, with Gazer, with anybody has asked, what's the deal with the mask? And
Yeah.
that's actually really cool. And that makes me feel like I can take this off and it'll be fine. But
Yeah.
right
I
now it's
mean,
just for my own privacy.
my buddy
Um,
Outer Rim Transmission, I mean, literally anytime he pops up on here, his cam will literally just be like this, and it's just his logo.
yeah,
And I'm like, I think I'm the only person that has like his like Instagram info, and like I know what he looks like, but like I mean, that's how he wants to do YouTube. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, "Oh, face reveal, face reveal." Like, no, bro. Like, if you want to wear a mask, you want your privacy, bro. Like, the people are all entitled to their privacy.
yeah, man.
Trust me.
So I would say I would say like encouragement and tip is not so much wisdom, is just to how it's cliche, but I like it. And it's, treat everyone with dignity and respect. And, it goes back to the treat everyone the way you would like to be treated. So, um, yeah, treat everyone with dignity and respect, the way that you'd want to be treated. It's scary getting up here, even with the mask on. Um, and so I do my best to treat everyone with dignity and respect. And it's not even my best, that's just doing. I mean, that's it. It's also hard to do saber reviews the way I want to do them without showing my face at least somewhat. Like I've seen some pretty good saber reviews that are literally just on the mat and with the saber. There's this one girl, I can't remember her name. I followed her. She has like 1,000 saber reviews on parts and sabers, and
Hmm.
it's literally every single video is on a pillowcase, and it's just
Hey, man.
her hands and the saber, and I'm like, wow, like these are actually pretty decent. Like I could do it that way, but I do what I do the way I do it because that's what I want to do. And if it has to show a little bit of my face, that's fine. I'm still gonna still rock this thing and show you guys the product, because that's what you guys are there for, is the product. I'm not there to showcase myself. I'm there to showcase these beauties right here. But that's
Yeah,
about it, man.
that I like that. Just just do your own thing, chicken wing. Essentially, like treat everybody the way you want to be treated, and eventually it'll all come back and work out in the end.
Yeah.
But thank you, Mr. Outpost, for joining me on this one. That was a great conversation, dude.
Yeah. Well, it's good, man. I appreciate it.
uh, Thank you for joining us on Tales, and everybody, make sure you go check out Outpost Treasure Chest. All of his info will be down in the description below. guess we're gonna go ahead and act like it's live, and we're gonna do Mr. Gazer's typical thing, except we're not gonna advertise Gazer stuff because this is my show. Make sure you guys go to Sabres Pro and Rebel Scum Art and Apparel and get 15% off and 10% off if you use code SWN00. If you go to the link tree in my bio, actually I don't know if it's on Tails, but if you go to Star Wars Nerd and go to the link tree in the bio, you can use the link there and get 5% off at Saber Theory. Don't get it confused with the Theory Sabers. It's Saber Theory. Completely different company, everybody. But thank you guys for checking us out and tuning in, and may the Force be with you always. Peace.
No. The Force is my ally. That's all I need.